So, guys, right now we are turning our focus to the MK party, the most controversial political party in the country, the Zuma party, in the words of Fikile Mbalula. So, last week we did a story about Duduzile Zuma, the daughter of Jacob Zuma, and how Duduzile Zuma attacked and insulted Floyd Shivambu on social media. So, right now we know for a fact that there are fights inside the MK party. We know for a fact that there are factions inside the MK party. And when it comes to Floyd Shivambu, we know for a fact that there are people inside the MK party that are not happy with Floyd Shivambu serving as the Secretary General of the party. And this is one thing that Duduzile Zuma has been very explicit about. She is not happy about Floyd Shivambu serving as the Secretary General of the party. She is not happy with the fact that Floyd Shivambu is a member of the MK party to begin with. And when you look at Duduzile Zuma, you can see that her team, the people that are on her side, they are ready to go to war. You remember that last week, Advocate Busiswe Mkhwebane went on social media to say that these are interesting times where we see the tenants calling for the landlord to be evicted out of their own home. So they are calling Floyd Shivambu a tenant, and how dare this tenant calls for the landlord to be evicted out of their own home. You remember even the youth leader of the MK party going to DJ's Boo podcast to basically say that Floyd Shivambu is a chronic divider. Ever since Floyd Shivambu has been inside the MK party, there have been fights inside the MK party, left, right, and center. And he basically blames Floyd Shivambu for all of that. So after Duduzile Zuma went on social media and basically attacked and insulted Floyd Shivambu, some of the supporters of the MK party, they said that Jacob Zuma must expel Duduzile Zuma outside of the party. Jacob Zuma must punish Duduzile Zuma. And this is where we actually come, because I remember last week I said that, guys, some of the supporters of the MK party are delusional. These people are hopeless, and they are also naive if they think that Jacob Zuma is going to choose Floyd Shivambu over his own daughter. Jacob Zuma is not going to do that. Even the man that you are seeing on your screen, this man right here, Jabulani Khumalo, there is a clip that I actually played you on the previous video where Jabulani Khumalo went to Jacob Zuma to say that, Jacob Zuma, I am not happy about the conduct of Duduzile Zuma. This daughter of yours is very dangerous, and she's going to cause a lot of problems inside the political party. And Jabulani Khumalo basically told us that Jacob Zuma was not happy with the fact that he was saying all of these things about Duduzile Zuma. So if these people that are talking bad about Duduzile Zuma, thinking that Jacob Zuma is happy, Jacob Zuma is not happy that you people are attacking Duduzile Zuma, because Duduzile Zuma to him is a golden girl. There is nothing wrong that Duduzile Zuma can do in the eyes of Jacob Zuma. So yesterday, Jabulani Khumalo did an interview on Biz News, and on this interview, Jabulani Khumalo said something very interesting. He said that Duduzile Zuma is doing the dirty work of Jacob Zuma. So basically implying that Jacob Zuma is the one that actually wants Floyd Shivambu outside of the political party, and Jacob Zuma is using Duduzile Zuma as the gun to actually get rid of Floyd Shivambu. And it is not shocking to some of us who have been saying for the longest of times that there is no way that Duduzile Zuma can just come outside of the blue to say that we don't care about Floyd Shivambu, we want Floyd Shivambu to go. This is the worst thing that has happened inside the MK party. Duduzile Zuma cannot do that alone. There are people inside the MK party, inside the executive of the party, that are echoing the same sentiments. So Jabulani Khumalo is saying, no. Jacob Zuma is the one that is trying to get rid of Floyd Shivambu, and Duduzile Zuma is doing the dirty work of Jacob Zuma. So if you think that Duduzile Zuma is going to be expelled by Jacob Zuma, then you must think again.
To your question, as to whether should have a good working relationship with Shivambu or not, I would say Duduzile is not working in isolation. Zuma is part of the misbehavior of Duduzile. Zuma gives instructions to Duduzile. Let me say why I'm saying that. When Zuma has to deal with you, It doesn't deal with you direct. He finds ways to find somebody to do the dirty things against you. Then he comes in as if he's a mediator, when he's not a mediator. He's part of the foundation of whatever is happening at the time. So Zuma is part of Duduzile's problem against Shivambu. He wants to deal with Shivambu because he doesn't believe that Shivambu is going to do what he wants. Shivambu is coming up with his own understanding and political vision. But Zuma doesn't like that. Because if Shivambu is implementing something that Zuma doesn't like, Zuma will not tell Shivambu direct. He would want to do a dirty way of doing it. And then that's what he's doing now. That's why Duduzile is so crazy doing whatever he's doing to Shivambu. But clever Zuma, he goes out and say, no, you must apologize to Shivambu. Fooling us, trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's all his Zuma's making what is happening right now. Duduzile is insulting people because Zuma has asked her to do that. It's an instruction from Zuma.
And if you look at the apologies, you remember first time Duduzile Zuma actually issued out an apology, but that apology was not directed towards Floyd Shivambu. That apology was directed towards Jacob Zuma. It was directed towards the structures of the MK party and the people of this country. And the MK party came again to say that, but Duduzile Zuma, let's be fair, this is not an apology towards Floyd Shivambu. We want you to basically apologize directly towards Floyd Shivambu. And the MK party on social media, their page, is the one that actually released the apology, the so-called apology of Duduzile Zuma towards Floyd Shivambu. But if you look at that apology, there is not even a signature of Duduzile Zuma there. There's not even a signature of Duduzile Zuma there. And Floyd Shivambu was so quick to go on social media to say that, yeah, guys, you can see, Duduzile Zuma basically apologized to me. But we know that Duduzile Zuma hates you. If there's one thing that we know for a fact is that Duduzile Zuma has attacked you. And Jacob Zuma has not came out to say that I'm not happy about the conduct of Duduzile Zuma. I'm not happy about the conduct of Duduzile Zuma. And I remember some of the supporters of the MK party, they said, guys, but if we are being fair, if it was somebody else, Jacob Zuma and the structures of the MK party would have come out swinging to say that we want this person to go through the disciplinary hearing, we want this person to be expelled outside of the political party. But because it is Duduzile Zuma, nobody is coming. Even the people that are in the higher positions of the MK party, they are they are not even saying a word. When they see Duduzile Zuma basically attacking Floyd Shivambu and the MK party basically issuing out those apologies, they are not even apologies. At this point, they were just being condescending towards their supporters of the MK party. So I honestly agree with Jabulani Khumalo, because right now, the MK party, it seems like they don't want Floyd Shivambu anymore. They have the constitution. They don't want Floyd Shivambu anymore. They don't want him anymore. And Duduzile Zuma, it looks like someone who is actually prepared to do the dirty work on behalf of her father. She's doing the dirty work on behalf of her father. So I totally agree with Jabulani Khumalo, because there is no way that Duduzile Zuma can actually do something like this on her own. There is absolutely no way. There have to be the people inside the MK party. You remember Nathi Nhleko in front of the media basically telling Floyd Shivambu in his own face that you are late in this meeting and it means that you do not value your membership. Nathi Nhleko basically threatening the Secretary General of the party in front of the whole country to say that you do not value your membership. You do not value your membership. You remember even that lady from Mpumalanga, Mary Paddy, saying that people like Floyd Shivambu shouldn't even be anywhere near the top positions inside the MK party, because they were not there when the MK party was when the MK party was campaigning. They were not there when they were supporting the MK party, when it was not popular to support the MK party. So why are the likes of Floyd Shivambu occupying the high positions when there were people inside the MK party that were there with the party when the party began? So it is clear as day that Duduzile Zuma is basically doing this with an okay of some of the people in the higher structures of the MK party. There is absolutely no way that Duduzile Zuma can do all of these things by herself. So I agree with Jabulani Khumalo that she's doing all of these things on behalf of Jacob Zuma. I mean, after all, Duduzile Zuma worships her father. She worships her father. There's no way that she can go out and basically put the name of the party in disrepute when she knows what her father went through to actually open this political party, when she knows what it took for her father to actually build this political party. So all of these things that she's doing with the blessings that is coming from her father, because there is no way that Duduzile Zuma is going to wrong her father. She worships the grounds where Jacob Zuma works.
But people who love Nkodo must make sure they don't allow Duduzile and Zuma and all his cronies to destroy Umkhonto weSizwe like he's done to the ANC. He has destroyed the ANC and he's here now in Umkhonto and is just destroying Umkhonto weSizwe. Tell me, how on earth can you have somebody who was not a founder of the party? He's got his own constitution that talks to him and him only, to say he's the a leader for life. We haven't gone to even to the conference. There is no policy that has taken a decision. He is refusing the organization, is refusing the members of Umkhonto weSizwe to have a chance to elect the rightful people who are going to lead the organization. He has done what he's doing. He's tried by all means to block the conference so that nobody contested. The reason why they don't want to install or to elect the branches, because he knows that if there are branches that are existing live, they will contest him. They will tell him what is wrong and what is right. He doesn't want people to do that. That is why he says the organization will not go to the conference, because they are going to contest it. That's why he's taking decision with a small number of people to say this is how the organization is going to be run. That's why he doesn't want that, because he wants to control the monies of the organization. Today, the organization was supposed to have what we call constituency offices. There are no constituent offices. Why? The government is giving the money out to MK to have those constituencies, but there are no offices. MK is still run the way we were during the time we launched it, because we did not have money to open the offices. Still up to now, there are no offices. Why? Because there is money in the organization. Why you don't get the offices? Why you don't put the structures, proper structures to run the organization going forward? That's my question. And then you begin to see all these insights, all these things that are taking place. I'm not saying Shivambu is a good man or whatever. He's got his own flaws, but the way they're handling him through the daughter is the same way, it's the same strategy they use on me.
Exactly.
So Shivambu must wake up. Otherwise, he'll be out of the gate before he knows. Because as much as he's working hard on the ground for people to support him, I think he was better in the EFF than where he is now. He was enjoying being a leader in the EFF, but here, definitely, he needs to think about it.
Of course, man, of course. And Jabulani Khumalo, he basically tells the truth. You remember how Jacob Zuma dealt with him through Duduzile Zuma? And Jabulani Khumalo screamed like, "Yo, Duduzile Zuma forged my signature. This woman is evil. She forged my signature." But the supporters of the MK party, they said, "No, Jabulani Khumalo is a liar. Jabulani Khumalo is a snake. This man was basically sent by the ANC and the white monopoly capital to destroy this umbutho way to our political party." But today, the same people that basically defended Duduzile Zuma against Jabulani Khumalo are the same people that are now crying of Duduzile Zuma. So you guys made your own bed. You must just lie in your own bed. Jabulani Khumalo warned you about Duduzile Zuma. Jabulani Khumalo warned you and told you that if Jacob Zuma wants something dirty to be done, that thing will be done by Duduzile Zuma. It will be done by Duduzile Zuma. But none of you guys actually believed him when he said that. But right now, you are starting to wake up to the truth that Jabulani Khumalo told you a long time ago. So these people that are calling for Jacob Zuma to deal with Duduzile Zuma, to expel Duduzile Zuma, to force Duduzile Zuma to resign from parliament and all of these things, guys, you might as well leave the MK party. None of those things are going to happen. Jacob Zuma will protect Duduzile Zuma over everybody else. If you guys think that Jacob Zuma is going to be harsh towards Duduzile Zuma, then clearly you guys are delusional. You guys are naive to actually even think that Jacob Zuma is going to be harsh towards Duduzile Zuma, because none of these things that Duduzile Zuma is doing she can do on her own. All of these things that Duduzile Zuma is doing, she's doing on behalf of her father. So it is clear as day that there are people inside the executive of the MK party that are now trying to get rid of Floyd Shivambu. It looks like the time of Floyd Shivambu inside the MK party is done. He might as well resign from the party, because more attacks are going to come. More attacks are going to come. You remember that even right now there is a dispute between Mzwanele Manyi, the chief whip of the party, and the deputy president of the party, John Hlophe. Basically what happened is that Dr. Hlophe was given a speech during the SONA debate by Mzwanele Manyi, and this speech was so poorly crafted that Hlophe was not happy about Mzwanele Manyi, and Mzwanele Manyi said, no, this speech, I did not write this speech. This speech was basically written by Floyd Shivambu. So right now there is a whole dispute, another dispute inside the MK party between Mzwanele Manyi, Dr. Hlophe, and Floyd Shivambu, because Dr. Hlophe says that you guys have embarrassed me in parliament. I went to Cape Town with Jacob Zuma because I wanted to defend the administration of Jacob Zuma against this incompetent administration of Jacob Zuma, of Cyril Ramaphosa, but you guys gave me a weak, poorly crafted speech, and I'm not happy about that. So he started to point fingers at Mzwanele Manyi, but Mzwanele Manyi said, no, you must not point fingers at me. This speech I was given by Floyd Shivambu. It was written by Floyd Shivambu. So Floyd Shivambu seems like he's the one who is trying to embarrass you, or who tried to embarrass you in front of the whole country. So there are fights inside the MK party, left, right, and center, and all of those fights, they are putting Floyd Shivambu under the bus. This is the reason why last week I said that Floyd Shivambu, the best thing that he must do is to resign from that political party, because right now it is clear as day that they are going to blame him for everything that is happening inside that party. They are going to blame Floyd Shivambu for everything wrong that is happening inside that party, and it looks like they have already started. They have already started. The youth of the MK party is saying that ever since Floyd Shivambu joined that political party, there have been factions left, right, and center. People have been fighting left, right, and center. So everybody is blaming Floyd Shivambu for all the wrongs that are happening inside the MK party. So Jabulani Khumalo is saying that, no, this is Jacob Zuma basically trying to deal with this issue of Floyd Shivambu. He used Floyd Shivambu. Floyd Shivambu wrote a constitution that basically empowers Jacob Zuma. So he's done with Floyd Shivambu. So he wants to get rid of him. And Julius Malema did say, you remember Julius Malema did say that once Jacob Zuma is done with you, he's going to spit you out. He's going to spit you out. So it looks like this is what Jacob Zuma is trying to do, to spit out Floyd Shivambu. That's why you will see people coming from left, right, and center and blaming Floyd Shivambu for everything wrong that is happening inside that MK party. So the sooner he actually understands this, the better. So Floyd Shivambu, your time is up. Resign from the MK party. Guys, what do you think, man? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye bye.